toward the um, selfie direction, so that's how it starts. I'm going to go ahead and turn this around because the garden hose we're going to be working with is over there. Please don't forget to hit like or subscribe, or if you'd like, it helps me reach more viewers. Okay, so we're working with we're doing an unboxing of the Zero-G NXT hose. Now this isn't the standard Zero-G hose that gets like the top reviews from everywhere you look online. This is a NXT version. And I went to the store yesterday to buy a hose to replace this one. Now, this is your standard kind of expanding garden hose. You've all seen these. They start out, 8 feet long and grow into 30 feet long or whatever. As they fill up with water, they expand. And that's nice for when you want to put them away and what have you. They're very lightweight, but they don't last real long, and need to be repaired on occasion. And I wanted to show you why. I did this repair not too long ago where there was a leak coming out of the middle where it probably got snagged on a thorn from something. There's some bougainvillea around here. It probably got snagged on a thorn or something, but here's the section I cut out. And I thought I'd show you how the old hoses work. They have a rubber inner tubing or latex inner tubing, and then this outer protective sleeve that shrinks up, and when this tubing expands, when it fills up with water, it expands, and then this expands with it. Now, I don't know if you can see this. This is what the condition of the tubing that's running inside of that garden hose right there now. I just cut this out about a week ago, and you can see when I expand it, you can see it's all, when I stretch it, you can see that it's rough, it's got a bad surface. That's just an old hose, and there's the actual hole that was leaking. Now I repaired this hose, and I did actually, there's a live stream from when I repaired this hose about a week ago. And, at the end, eureka, it doesn't leak. Well, I started going to water, I don't know, yesterday or a couple of days ago, and what do you know? There's another leak. So I had an option. Fix it again. I do have more splices. I do have more of these devices, but the thing about these hoses is that they're pretty good. They're pretty neat. They're lightweight, but they can develop this problem over time. Over the last 3 to 5 years, probably. And then need to be repaired. This hose here is about 6 or 7 years old, I think. And I've repaired the end where it screws into the wall a couple of times. Those hold up well when you repair them, but what'll happen is a few feet down the line, it'll blow out again eventually. And because of this problem with this deteriorating inner hose, it's a trade-off. And if you know that going in, that's fine. Over this hose, I went to buy a new one of the Zero-G is a very highly rated hose. In fact, it's the highest rated on I looked up all kinds of review sites, and the Zero-G hose came up at the top, like everywhere all the time. Now that's a standard Zero-G, which has kind of a canvas or a fibrous kind of a covering. It's cloth. Probably should have opened this once before. I should have cut these pieces of tape before I started the video for this fabulous unboxing. There we go. There's one. There's the other. So when I got to Lowe's, it actually was. I went over where the hoses were, and I saw the Zero-Gs, but then I saw this one sitting right in front. And I remember having seen it online as like a $70 hose instead of the $40 that the standard Zero-G went for. But these at Lowe's were $44. It's a 50-foot length. And it seems to be more of a rubberized hose. It still has an internal hose in there, and but the external coating is more like a standard garden hose. This is nice stripe. You can see the inner lining. One of the things I immediately notice is this end spins on the hose. It's going to be nice and easy to screw onto the and off of the hose bib. Is the other end the same way? Not sure. On these straps, in case you didn't know this, these kind of straps come on the outside of boxes. If you just flip it over and pull on the underside, they come right apart. Flip it over, pull on the underside. Hopefully that's a life hack that'll help someone. All right, and here's the hose. This hose has a lifetime warranty. The next question when you're buying a hose, what length to get? The expandable hose that I'm replacing right now, I think is 100 feet. 100 feet from where I'm sitting right now takes me all the way around the corner and into the backyard, and all the way down this side into the backyard where I have another hose bib. And the only reason that matters is because there's a lot of hose dragging around like not being used that could snag on things, and the brakes in this hose are closer to this end of the hose than out at the end where I'm watering it. So the short story is 50 feet should be long enough for me. The one thing that I don't know, a lot of the garden hose companies will come with a sprayer at the end when you buy a hose. I mean, kind of nice. This one didn't, so I'll be using this old sprayer again. It works okay, but it's as old as that hose is, so it's 6 or 7 years old. Okay, we got that end hooked up. Take off the old hose, and I'll open the. Oh, this is really nice to spin this connector here without having to worry about the hose spinning. Turn it on, power it up, and let's see what happens. This hose just got pretty firm. It did kind of expand a little bit. Kind of taking out the twists and turns, and we'll see how far this baby can go. Whoa! Tell you what, that is a lot more water delivery than I got with the old expanding hose. Zero-G NXT. Shall we give it a spin? Ooh. Like how we did that? Okay, first I'm going to try pulling this thing and see, kind of just like it just feels like a regular garden hose right now. I'm going to pull out about as much as I need to be able to make it out into the front yard. Now, vegetable garden. Oh yeah. see my watermelon. There's a cucumber. Okay. There's like a cloud of water coming off the end, like, you know, from a waterfall or something. Okay, so okay, my initial review. Oh, that's a lot of nice water coming out. I wish it would have come with one of these goodies. I'll go buy another new one so that it's nice and new. The hose itself seems like a good, reputable hose. There's a little bit of, I don't know if you can see it, a little bit of bumps, bump, 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 bump as you go along. Probably from the inner hose. I'm not going to let it bother me, but I just wanted to point that out. That's plenty of water coming out. Do you want to watch me water for a moment? There, let me do this. There we go. All right, well, I'm happy with the hose. And 50 feet should be enough for me. Well, thanks for checking in, watching the review. Don't forget to hit like at least, and subscribe if you like. Thanks very much.